My first husband was my childhood sweetheart, Xiao Chen. We were happy, had a son and a daughter. But 8 years in, his first love, yajin, came back to town. He literally got on his knees and begged me to step down so he could be with her. No way was I okay with that. I wasn't gonna let my kids lose their status either. So he hired bandits to kidnap us, and my children were killed right in front of me. Second life, I switched it up and chose Peijingchen instead. I'd heard that after I was taken, he was the only one who actually tried to find me. And sure enough, after we married, he treated me way better than Xiao Chen ever did. But the moment yajin came back, he pulled the exact same move. I'd been through this before, so I stayed calm and asked for a divorce. He said divorce would embarrass him, so he forced me to become a secondary wife. He locked me away for the rest of my life. I died sick and alone. When I woke up in my third life, my parents were already pushing me to pick a husband. I turned them all down and asked if I could enter the palace as an imperial consort instead. My parents were shocked. They thought I was just throwing a fit. I was thinking about how both lives ended. I could barely hold back the tears. I told them entering the palace might actually help my dad's situation at court. My dad was too good for that. He refused to gamble with my future. He said if I had feelings for Xiao Chen, I should just go for it. Honestly, I did like Xiao Chen. He made a name for himself young. I loved how bold and fearless he was. That's why I chose him the first time. What I didn't know was that he'd always had someone else in his heart. I snapped back to reality and told them straight. I admire him, but I'm not marrying him. Dad was about to press me, but Mom cut him off. Mom said Peijingchen was refined and steady, a solid choice. She wasn't wrong. He was a true gentleman, no flaws to pick at. People always said, if you're gonna marry anyone, marry Pei Erlang. But I'd always just seen him as a mentor and a friend. It wasn't until I heard he'd searched everywhere for me that I realized what I'd lost. So in my second life I chose him, thinking this time I'd finally be safe. Turns out I was just his backup plan. The second he had a chance to be with her, I was nothing. So this time around, no matter how great Peijingchen seemed, not a chance. My parents saw I was serious, so they offered to find someone else for me. But I'd rather marry someone with zero expectations than bet on someone's loyalty. Dad gave in. I decided to return the engagement letters myself. It was on the way, so I stopped by the Pei estate first. I spotted Phoenix Seeks his mate on his desk and gave it a casual compliment. He blushed a little and offered to give it to me. If I hadn't lived through 2 past lives, I probably would have believed he loved me. But now, all I could think was, damn, what a performance. I turned him down and said that piece should go to whoever he truly loved. He flinched for just a second, then kept insisting that person was me. I pulled out the engagement letter and asked if he really meant that. He said he'd always said he'd only marry the one he truly loved. I laughed and asked why he only came to propose after Yajin was declared dead. He denied it instantly, and said she was just a low-born girl with no place in his household. But in my past life, he defended her with everything he had. He was only lying now because he thought she was gone. So I asked him, if she were still alive, would you still say all that? He froze, then grabbed my wrist and demanded to know where she was. Of course I knew. She'd told me herself, in both of my past lives,